Okay, so hi everyone. Welcome to another meeting, film discussion. So this time we will be talking about Pushpak, also called Pushpak Viman, also called Pesum Padam, and so on. There are like five more other titles, and we know, of course, the number of titles is because of the thing that this is a silent film, right? So they wanted to market it as a regional film all over India, I guess. So it worked pretty well during the time it released in Karnataka, it ran for 200 days, I believe, and in Tamil Nadu, it ran for 100 days, which is quite amazing thing. Yeah. So yeah, we'll just start with some initial thoughts, introduction from anyone. You can volunteer. You like Anish, your mic is off. I think.
Yeah,
Yeah, yeah.
I was giving a silent speech. So,
Okay, you are giving us a
uh,
lesson. Okay.
matlab, I don't have anything major to say about the movie. To be honest, it was complete. Like it had everything in it, and despite there not being dialogues and voice, I never felt
Hmm.
the absence. Right. So it was a nice movie. It's like comedy, fun, thoda
Hmm.
romance tha, pyar tha. It was sad ending, whatever.
Yeah. Okay.
Uh, but the only highlight was that I never expected Bollywood to give these silent movies a try and like them to turn out good. But
Hmm.
this was great. So yes,
Hmm. Okay. Thanks for that. Diksha, would you like to say something?
Yeah, I think what made the movie for me was like the first scene where she was rooming and sleeping on the beat. It was so satisfying because people like have music and then they don't go to the beat, and it really annoys me. And this made the movie for me. So I watched the scene and I'm like, okay, I like this movie because she was on beat. So yeah,
Yeah.
that's my highlight of the movie.
I mean that is the
Yeah.
major highlight of the movie, the background tracks. Because without
Yeah.
music, there's not much you can do, right? So even this scene in particular, like it was like it Marathi? Was it Marathi in all the languages? I don't know. Was it Marathi only in the Hindi version? But
No, no, it was in Marathi and all.
okay. Yeah,
Hmm.
like Diksha said, the background tracks really made the movie.
Yeah, like for instance, I think in the next slide we have this, right? A radio news giving a commentary, like how the retired people, whatever. So it's like a double meaning kind of joke. Retired people are fully lacking in the country when this guy is like ogling over the maid and stuff like that. So yeah, pretty cool. Like when you compare, they use the background music pretty well. Okay, before going into more detail, this is the first shot we see of the movie. Anybody has any thoughts with respect to this shot? Or I found something pretty interesting, but yeah, first I would like to take your thoughts.
I didn't give
Like,
it much thought to be honest. I'll have to search for something now.
okay, do you want some time, or we'll just directly jump? Like, do you want some history, or
I can't find anything obvious. You
okay?
can
So
go ahead.
yeah, so this is what I thought. It's like if you see this right here,
Hmm.
talkies is inverted, right?
Hmm.
And so this is a silent film. So in the first shot itself, it's like talk is inverted, silent film, that kind of deal. Like small, so but obviously, right? Because it's a silent film, each and every frame has to be used properly, right? Like you can't just waste a frame for nothing. So I think the director did a very good job of that. Like from the very first scene, from very first shot itself, we've known so much. Like okay, then we know that this is a broken up hut kind of chopdi kind of deal where probably the protagonist lives in. Yeah. So
I don't know if it
okay,
was
this is
only me, but this movie gave me a lot of Mr. Bean vibes.
yeah,
Maybe it's just because it's a silent stuff or whatever, but it gave me a lot of Mr. Bean vibes.
yeah, correct. Because obviously this is like Mr. Bean, Charlie Chaplin, Buster Keaton. These are like the gods of physical comedy, right? And this movie obviously has to rely on physical comedy. So very well used, and yeah, we can see the parallel. Yeah, so this is the introduction shot of Kamal Hassan, who is like the protagonist, who is just named the graduate. Like he doesn't have a job and an unemployed graduate. And we from the get go, like we see, okay, a graduate who's unemployed, what does he do? He squeezes a toothpaste out of the the tube and stuff like that. He cleans just the smelly parts of the shirt and small details. Do you have any other particular like small subtleties that you found in his behavior which would give a characteristic
The
outlook?
chai scene also. Did you
Yeah,
do you have pictures of the chai scene where, like,
yeah,
just to show other people that he's having a full glass, yeah, there's a lot of science
yeah.
involved in this. So I appreciate the science that has gone into like this scene.
Uh-huh.
Hmm.
Like even like just before, like he's looking for something and he sees a crow in the sky, right? And that's where he gets the idea from. So like it's like properly woven. The scenes are properly woven. Okay, like this is also another just okay, this guy is like a bodybuilder fan who's into Marxism and socialism and that kind of stuff. Okay, so before we go to this scene, I'll just give a shout out to Kamal Hassan because this movie was released in 1987, right? And which other movie of his do you think was released in 1987? You guys have heard of Nayagan, right? I hope so. Otherwise, if you haven't, just look it up. It's like one of the greatest summer movies. It's one of the greatest movies from India, if I can say that. It's like it's an adaptation of Godfather, and it was also released in the same year. So this guy played Marlon Brando and Charlie Chaplin in the same year. So see the amount of versatility and range this guy has. So hats off to Kamal Hassan. Uh, you should look more, like he's if I can say he's one of the best actors in India. So look him up. You can find. If you want any recommendations, I will give it to you after this meeting or anything. Just DM me. Okay, let's talk about this thing. Any thoughts of how this scene, came about and stuff like that?
This was, I don't think it was, this is not a, it's not made up actually. If you're going to say, this happens, matlab, abhi bhi chalta hai ki these beggars, they are begging
Hmm.
on the road, but they are all fancy. They have houses, they have shops and stuff like that.
Hmm.
And
Yeah, like
It
so,
might show like the like Kamal Hassan's a very deep miser kind of guy, but then whatever money he has, he's really proud of it and he wants to show off like, OMG, I have so much money, but he doesn't actually
hmm,
like, those kind of people, empty
hmm.
utensils make more noise kind of thing.
Yeah, true. So exactly, like he wanted to show off, like he's on the hierarchy of like economics, he might be in the lowest, right? An unemployed graduate who's put money into education and stuff like that. So he's like trying to see if somebody else is lower than him in society so that he can show off or feel happy, feel, okay, some satisfaction that at least I pulled off something in this world. And it turns out he doesn't do, like even a beggar has more money than him. Kind of ironic, right? Yeah. Okay. So though this is not like a proper segue or anything, Anish was initially talking about that though this is a silent movie, it never felt unnatural. Yeah, though some scenes were like, why are they not talking to each other and stuff like that. But like the director Singidam Srinivasa Rao, he did a good job. Like for instance, we can see that there is some conversation taking place, right, between Kamal Hassan and the other character. But since it's like from a far away view, it is justified that we can't hear their conversation. So throughout the movie, we have like even the heroine Amla and Kamal Hassan talking to each other through the balcony and stuff like that. So there is a distance, right? And that creates, okay, chalo, it is convincing that there can be like that's why we are not hearing the noise or the sound in this movie. Okay, anybody wants to talk about uh, these two actresses. I was, you know, shocked to see that she was in it. I was like, अरे कहीं तो देखा
She's
है.
that Saas Bahu Ki Saas, no, in that Colors ka serial or
You know,
something.
Yeah.
it's the fairy ka serial Shararat. She's from Shararat, I think.
Yeah,
Yes.
I don't know. Yeah, correct.
I remember her.
Yeah, one of the children TV series I believe. I was like, hey, okay, this lady is
Been
seen her.
acting as the
And
grandmother for 40 years now. In
sorry?
every movie procedure, she is the grandmother for 40 years.
Okay, yeah. 40 years she's the grandmother, yeah. But here I think she's the mother, right? So okay,
This
I
is
guess.
young. She's very young in this.
Yeah. So yeah, her performance in the movie was also too good. Like some scenes you have to, meaning obviously she has to act, right? Meaning this movie is fully based on acting and sound, right? So all the actors have done a very wonderful job. Okay, now the introduction scene of the heroine. Again, I just love the way this whole like everything fell into each other properly. Nothing felt unnatural. And yeah, this scene was also like a kind of banter between those two. uh, Anybody just wants to hop in, like it's almost like a monologue now. So if you want to hop in and talk about anything, just go ahead. I see this is a like silent movie, right? So I think almost all the shots I have a screenshot of. So if you want anything, I'll just put it on the screen and you go ahead and talk.
I think something that we noticed with the father, the magician father guy. So I think
Yeah.
it's very obvious that almost everything in his house and his life is rigged, and like it's somehow related to his magic. So he's living his magic life, which we also saw in the Prestige. It gave me very Prestige vibes, where like your whole life is pretty much centered around magic. So even like his bed was moving or whatever. And
Yeah. Yeah, good observation there. And plus, unlike the Prestige, the magic was used here for a more comic thing, right? And that was like, okay, it didn't deviate away from the story because the main story is obviously about the the love story and whatever the hardships of the unemployed girl. Yeah, I found this scene very funny. Like it cracked me up how like they did that thing and you broke it and I was like, wow, super. Like Mr. Bean vibes, like Anish said. And the shot placement was also superb. After this like Tom and Jerry kind of like, okay, Tom sees Jerry doing some uncanny stuff and he starts, yeah, Buster Keaton here, like action comedy kind of stuff like that. Yeah, so all along the movie, there were small bits and pieces which told us about the character. Right here, he's ready to cut cues and get in front. Right, he doesn't mind doing something morally bad to get in front. So we come to know, okay, so this is his, you know,
I
what
think
he
it shows
wants.
very much like he thinks. I think it shows a lot of his mentality as such. He
Yeah,
seems like a guy who thinks he's very smart but isn't actually smart. He thinks he can outsmart everybody around him and do like
yeah,
like cut cues and no one will notice. And then he's like, okay, fine, I'll
mm,
just go behind, but people notice and they're like, you please go like right to the back.
yeah,
So shows his personality throughout, even like the miser, whatever, cup and tea and all of that.
mm, yeah. Karma, is a what? Yeah, something like that. So I won't use the word. And here
Yeah,
again, yeah,
sorry,
yeah,
go.
yeah. Go ahead, tell me.
The scene with the vacancy, I feel like Kamal Hassan is such a good actor. Where when
Huh.
you see that there's this board which says 15 vacancies, and then like after a while there are no vacancies, and you see his face. There's this
Hmm,
shot of his face, and in that scene, I felt like really, you feel for him. He's so good with his acting. You
yeah,
feel like he's trying to desperately to make ends meet. He has his degree. He's not dumb. He
hmm,
can, he's eligible to get a job, but he just can't, and that's really, it's emotional. And Kamal Hassan is just, he's too good.
I
Since
agree. Totally
since she
agree.
spoke about expressions and stuff, so I had this thing going on, and maybe y'all can give me your inputs also. Leaving out dialogue and sound, does does it make the acting easier or does it make it more difficult for the actors when there's no voice, when it's a silent movie?
Isn't
Maybe
it harder
like
for
you
the
can. Yeah, Avantika, go ahead.
because everything is conveyed through acting? They have to really,
Yeah.
they can't, they have to be very specific to what they're referring.
True.
But I didn't
Diksha
really
want to
feel
say.
like there was a lack of dialogues. It felt complete.
True. Diksha want to say anything about it? About acting?
I agree. I agree with what Avantika said. It really shows the caliber of an actor as an actor than a dialogue deliverer.
Yeah.
But I don't know, just maybe it's easier because here, since there's no dialogues, people are focusing on their acting as well. Like sometimes when there's lots of dialogues, you tend to not care about the acting, even though the actor is good. So, I mean, here, you see face shots, you see the disappointment in his face. If it was a not a silent film, it would be like, oh, like he, makes some exacerbated like sigh or something, which would take away from the acting. So I think it's good for the actors as well, but also a little difficult for them.
True. Like as you said, right? It's like when you have like some movies, the dialogue is so good that it becomes difficult for actors to, emote the dialogues. So, for instance, any Sorkin movie you take, or some very good Salim Javed movie or something, the dialogues are very good and very crisp. So it's difficult for them to, deliver it properly. But in this case, like in most other movies, the dialogue is very like flabby, and people, even that people don't remember properly. They need, famously they need placards and stuff, and writing the dialogue on the co-star's shirt and stuff like that. And yeah, so this is a totally different way, right? And all the
I,
actors, not only Kamal Hassan,
I
have
think
done
also
very well in this movie.
for a movie to be a silent film, it's kind of a big risk because when you see
Yeah.
movies, mostly their dialogues or their songs or something special like that stands out and makes people come to watch it or makes people remember the movie. With a silent film, we don't have a lot of all this. So it's a big risk. Like, will it be a hit? Will it catch people's eyes? And yeah, those considerations probably had to be made too.
Yeah. So, like you said, right? Because this was a time, even now, like you can't have an Indian movie without a song, or some memorable dialogue. Like if you like talk to anybody who was born in the 70s, and you ask them what is your favorite movie, and they will probably quote a dialogue from the movie and say this is my favorite movie, right? You can't do that with this movie, right? Maybe that's the reason it's not so popular right now. But when it was released, it was like a massive hit. Now it's like only in small circles of people who know about such stuff, they watch it. Yeah. I like this shot very much. I don't know, these small itty gritty things is the director does. Like since they don't have dialogue, they have to do stuff like this to catch the eye, right? Like it was superb, the shadow stuff, and Kamal Hassan putting his hand in. Again, this is another introductory shot of, okay, this is the friend guy. Everything done without any dialogue. In introduction is very difficult without dialogue, right? So we know that that guy is a magician, and we know that she is the magician's husband, sorry, wife, sorry, and we know that these two guys are friends, and she's the wife and stuff like that. So yeah, anybody else wants to talk about anything, I will project it, and uh, we can talk about it. I don't want this to be like, since there are only like 4 people right now, I guess it's better if we just keep it like an open forum and people can just talk freely. Anything you want to talk about, any funny scene you remember, just tell me and I will put it on the screen.
I had a question about, wait, what happened? Okay,
Yeah.
oh, you
Yeah, you can carry on, like you just share.
So I had a question about the scene that happened in the hotel with that water heater thing. Like, what was it? That white color and green color. What was it? What exactly was that scene? I didn't understand.
I think it's for piles ka treatment or something. He's suffering from piles
Yeah,
or
yeah,
something like that. It's like the water jet is put on top and it has like soap water stuff or something like that.
yeah. It's an enema machine. Yeah,
I
right.
thought it was anema. Yes. Yeah, I thought
Yeah,
it was, but he takes it every day. I don't know why.
Well, that is also humor, like adding humor to the
Yeah.
entire.
What I
Like,
yeah,
didn't understand is
and
why
even
was he
like
taking a hotel?
what? No, he he is practically living in the hotel for like 4 5 days or what. He just ran away from his wife or something like that. But like what I liked was Kamal Hassan actually like he realized that the guy will actually need it and then he took it home and he tried to like help him out with that
yeah,
also.
yeah. This is like cool. We don't usually see dark comedy this early on in the like Indian cinema. Now we have all that, Delhi Belly and stuff like that. But long back, like, without dialogue, no, But still, you see lots of double meaning in the movie, and 40 jokes and whatnot. Like, and see Kamal Hassan's face, like, "Arey, what am I doing? And क्या क्या करना पड़ रहा है?"
The gift boxes also. The way like he packed it
Yeah,
up every time with ribbon and stuff.
Gift
And then
boxes are
went to
spoiled
check
for
it.
me now. They're spoiled for me for all time. I cannot look at a big gift box and not be disgusted.
okay, a gift box which you see like lying in the open in a public space, then okay, you can be, suspicious. Otherwise, I don't think anybody.
He's just little bum. It is not it is not food. Like somebody kept a bomb.
Yeah, I feel very bad for this guy. He's been through so much.
Here also it took me a while. Okay, so first when I thought when he was smelling it, मुझे लगा कि okay he's smelling poop inside and then he's like he's going to run away. But then it hit me that he had sprayed perfume all over it, and this guy thinks that there's something fancy inside. So he takes
Yeah.
it and then he opens it up. बाद में.
And then I think after this, there's one shot where that guy goes to the hospital, I believe. Like
Yeah,
after going
then
through
he's
trauma, he
sleeping.
falls down the. Yeah, here he falls down
This is
the.
again this this is also something very similar to all these silent comedy. Like even in Mr.
Yeah.
Bean, so you have that blue car which just pops up
Ha,
everywhere.
correct, correct,
to,
correct,
to
correct.
just
Good,
add
great
humor.
analogy.
This मतलब time pass
Yeah,
का joke.
correct. Like, every frame has to have something funny in it, right? Yeah. So we were talking about acting, right? I like this particular scene very much. So she's like, uh, the mother is like, asks for a kiss from the daughter, and she gives it. And then when the dad is like, let me ask you, she's like, no, no, you have a beard, it will poke her. Just give her the hand. Like from, it's a distant shot, right? But still we see everything. So I was like, well, very good actors, right? So beautiful. And this whole sequence of, how love is represented without any dialogue, especially in this funeral scene. अरे वाह
So random
मतलब
thing, but
yes.
okay, I'll say no. You finish something.
No, 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 you say we'll talk.
I was saying कि like in that white kurta and with the shades, Kamal Hassan was looking like Jyotiraditya Scindia. Where was that?
Okay.
इसमें this scene.
कहाँ?
He actually looks like him.
Here, this one.
The previous scene where he takes her out. I think we'll just put it up. Yeah, so 64, 64. Yeah, whatever. Yeah, 62.
अरे रे. Let me put my that right. Yeah, this one, right? Jyotirajya Singha. Okay, it's taking time. There's
Yeah, random
okay.
observation, but like you can continue.
But it looks so cool, right? That kurta and the jeans and what does he have? Ray-Ban chashma or something, and it's like, अरे मतलब मस्त आदमी बन गए हैं तो. Okay. Anybody else wants to talk about anything? Any random thing? I will just put it on screen. Like, yeah, just go ahead. Otherwise, I'll just roll through all the scenes, and if you find anything particular.
I think like when Kamal Hassan came to like feed the guy and make him poop and pee and stuff like that. I think it showed like a very different personality in him. Like, before he was all like, I'm so cool and I have so much money, but I don't actually have money and stuff like that. And then that showed the empathy side of him where he actually came back to feed the guy and give him daru. And he remembered that you don't have to just feed and like make them drink water. You have to also make them pee and poop and stuff. So I think that was really
And yeah, like you said, the poop thing, this is like, okay, it's not come yet. Yeah, this scene is like masterpiece. Making a hole in the chair so that he's
He
comfortable.
measured the hole also to check
Yeah,
that
yeah,
it
he measured the hole.
fits.
And
When he got the screwdriver,
yeah,
I was kind of worried. I was like, what is he doing with the screwdriver?
yeah,
And then he puts it in his mouth, and I'm like, what? But then I understood. I think the best part was him going in, unlocking the door, going in, locking the door from outside, and opening the window. That whole elaborate thing. It was so. I mean, I don't know,
yeah. It's
funny.
like, yeah, something like Chaplin would do this like all over his films, right? He would go inside, come out, and then hit his head or something like that. Yeah. Again, like we see in the beginning itself that he's not happy with this life, like after becoming famous, right? He's not famous after he gets money and he's enjoying luxurious life. He's like he can't sleep without the theaters noise and stuff like that. And slowly they build up, why he doesn't like being rich. Kind of makes sense also, right? If you live in a particular way for a long time, you tend to get used to it. So yeah, what do you think about the uh,
This was
glass
also a lot of
weapon?
like, they also tried to copy some Hollywood action James Bond kind of thing with giving him shades
Yeah.
and a jacket and
And a
trying to
white
kill people
tie.
with eyes.
Yeah.
I feel bad for this
And
guy.
bad for an assassin, oh my god.
He
Why?
has so many
He's a
guns
villain.
and he's using an ice machine to kill his victims.
Oh, even
actually
Yeah,
that scene
plus,
where he said, "I don't need a gun. I have my 5 fingers" or something.
Yeah. He said, "Bro,
yeah.
I don't need a gun. I have this thing, this
Yeah.
ice maker."
मतलब
And
ice box लेके घूमता है वो and he
yeah,
wants to murder people.
I think he doesn't even open his icebox until the last minute, and then he misses the. And I'm just like, can you open your icebox first, please?
Melt हो जाएगा if he opens it.
no, I was
Yeah.
waiting for him to open the ice box and see there's nothing inside, but that never came.
Okay. Yeah, that would have been a good addition to
I
the
watched
whole
this.
gag.
I watched the same thing, like a murder with an ice pick, in Criminal Minds once, and this reminded me completely of that. And I was like, wow, like Indian villains have become that smart as well. They use ice to
Have
kill.
been smart
Indian
since
villains are
87.
copying. They have not become smart.
It's
Yeah,
time to
but
tell this.
whatever. Even they copied it, still, smart thing to at least copy a winning mechanism, right? So kudos to the villain for doing that. All along the movie, we see like this. I loved like beware of dog, and next thing you see is a small puppy, like such a cute thing. I was like, "Arey, matlab, kudos to you." Anything else? Symbolism all over, right? This thing, not in this
So,
particular scene, but yeah,
okay, if we are coming to the end, I just had this thing. Why did he
yeah.
take his wife back despite, like, knowing that she tried to kill him?
She didn't try to kill him. Her brother tried to kill him.
He's
Right?
not a brother.
Bra-
Or is he a brother?
Who was the
No,
He
no,
was
no.
guy? The guy was somebody living in her house.
he was her
No, I think that
boyfriend, I
was a
think.
friend. Yeah, lover. Yeah,
Lover.
Why
Ikram
would
little.
he go back to him?
When he said, "Okay, I was a drunkard. I was not a good husband, and that's why there was mistake on my part too." So That's what I took out of it anyway. I may be wrong here, but still, like because he throws there's this shot, right? He throws the liquor bottle
Yeah.
after getting out of the car and stuff. So it made sense to me. Maybe it's totally not nothing like that. He just loves his wife too much. Because yeah, in the beginning they show, right? He loves his wife very much. When he kisses the what do you say, photo of the wife. Also, there's this cute symbolism I saw like in the beginning. Yeah, here he has to choose between flower and money, right? And then the money falls down and he crushes the flower and is like, "Arey, matlab, dil chu diya yaar." Yeah, well, you can't do that in Indian cinema. Anything else? Otherwise, we'll wrap up because we can't say anything about this film because it's a
There's
silent
not
film.
much to
Yeah,
dialogues.
In the middle, the guy, the Pushpak, the main guy who started Pushpak, he dies. And I was
yeah,
like, thinking about why did they kill him for no reason. I was waiting for some big revelation or something, but it was just to showcase their love. This
yeah.
guy.
There was another theme, that they keep playing the stories, like the pictures of how he started off the coffee shop and then he ended up building such a huge hotel. So this is Windsor Palace, if I'm not wrong, in Bangalore. I think all of the shooting happened there. So
Yeah. Most of the shooting happened in Bangalore.
yeah. So matlab, they keep portraying his life, saying he started from a small coffee shop and then bada hua, and then he ended up being a big hotelier. And even Kamal Hassan is like, dreaming of these of this matlab, rich, fancy lifestyle. And
Yeah,
he
so it's
actually gets into it.
symbolic like that. It's symbolic.
So there it is symbolic parallel
Yeah,
that's been drawn there.
In the end, he goes back to his own old life.
So if you notice, Pushpak
Work
Tea Stall also has the same logo, and matlab Pushpak Hotel also has the same logo.
yeah. All the things are the same. Avantika was saying something. You can go ahead.
So I think throughout the film, they're showing how you work hard and you will succeed. He lives the rich life, but and he's not rich enough to be with the girl, and a lot of things. That's not his destiny. So, and he finally goes back to his old life, that this is what I'm supposed to do. I will get a job and I will become rich and successful and whatever. I think that's essentially what the movie is about.
Yeah, like true. It's like at the end, even Kamal Hassan, like you said, he looks up at the photos and he's like, yes, there's still hope. I'll probably, do something like that. I don't want to cut corners and rob people. Okay,
And in the beginning of the
yeah,
film, there is the Pushpak guy on the wheelchair, and he looks around. It's a
yeah,
very short thing, but he's just he's looking around, and he's like, "Did I do all this? I can't believe what I did." All this expression on his face, and I think that
yeah,
is that is the that is this that
yeah.
is the
It's the whole
bridge,
story. Crux
sort of.
of the whole story. Okay, guys, there's just 1 minute left. You want another session or will I wind up with this? I guess we can wind up if there's nothing else to talk.